And so I'm heavily leveraged on AI, the various LLMs that are out there, as well as, you know, features, capabilities like AI voice agent, for example.
Sure.
And so recently what I did was I built this platform that where people can build their own agents. And I'd love to show it to you and get your like
Yeah.
honest feedback live right here. I
Oh,
know
let's
you
do it.
haven't
I
seen it.
love that.
Here we go.
Never do a
What,
live demo.
what could go
But
wrong?
this will work fine. I know it will.
Okay. And you can roast me live on my own channel. Here we go.
No, I'm a fellow
Let me
builder.
share
It's
screen.
fascinating, and we always think our product is terrible and should be thrown immediately away. But then the users in the community are like, "Oh, that's awesome! Can you do this feature?" And so,
I'm sure that's exactly how it goes. We think our product sucks, and then the users love it, and then we make $1 million.
that's right.
You know? Okay, so first I was using N8N. A lot of people are familiar with that, but for those that are not, there are nodes basically that you can put into a workflow. You connect the nodes, and then like node one will say, "Go scrape the internet." Node two will say, "Go send an email," and then you have to figure out how they're all communicating with through APIs to like different software, online platforms, and so on. The learning curve can be a little bit high on N8N. Okay.
Yep.
And then the complete opposite of N8N would be like going to ChatGPT and then typing in a prompt saying, "Hey, what's the weather like in Chicago?" or whatever the case
Yep.
is. So super simple. So what I hoped for was something in the middle, basically, for folks that understand the concepts of AI and what they want it to do, but then not as simple as LLMs where they just kind of push things out. Maybe some of them give you some files and outputs now, but this was a few months ago when that wasn't the case. So I'll give you just the studio part. This is a
Yep.
pretty large website, but if you go into the studio, this is how you can build an agent. Gives you a little tutorial, you can go through that. But then you have name, description, very straightforward. And then the key of it, of course, is the prompt, as we all know. So you can put the prompt over here, fill it all out. You got variables in here, and then you can do examples if you're not so creative. Basically, just copy that in, or say use this, and then it'll pull in the variable, and then that can be your prompt for this agent. Now, what made it even better was I could attach tools to that prompt. So now if you tell
Okay.
the agent like, "Hey, you're responsible for, going to Google AI platform and figuring this stuff out." But then what else can you do? In categories, maybe you can send emails. So you might want like a send grid, for example, or you want to send text messages as well. And then you can have all sorts of things like creative. Maybe you're building pictures and you want a DALL-E, or you want to build a voice agent, so you have 11 labs integrated as well. Informational, you want to scrape the internet for leads. A lot of agencies want to put together like this comprehensive list. Well, you can have all these agents just do it for you, and then you just hit publish, and then it posts up here in the Explorer. And all of these agents are free to use right now. And I had this model in place where anybody off the internet can jump here, build an agent for themselves, and then if they get to 1,000 uses, like people use it 1,000 times, some of these are like 16, 3. I'm pretty much the
Yep.
only. It's like a self-licking ice cream cone. Like I build it and then I come here and I use it. But I also have a community for high level like CRMs that leverage this a lot. So if you want A2P registration helpers, got an agent that can do that for you, right? But when we get to 1,000 runs of this AI agent by 100 different people, you can then monetize these agents, and you'll get a 90% commission payout on every time somebody uses these. So somebody comes over here, buys credits, and then they run them, and then it charges them a couple of tokens or whatever the case is, and then you would be able to monetize off of this if your agents were sort of like the best agents on this platform.